Hi everyone, my name is Jade Levi and this is my older adult oral video presentation. The individual I chose to interview for my presentation is a court-appointed special advocate volunteer on my caseload who I have known for almost 3 years now. The stage that I will be focusing on throughout this presentation is Stage 7, Generativity versus Stagnation. According to Erickson, in this stage, adults are involved in investing in their work, families, communities, and future generations. They begin to look past their own lives to the well-being of those around them. Important experiences in my interviewee's life from Stage 7 include marriage, children, career, health, grandchildren, retirement, and philanthropy. I would like to incorporate 2 articles from my bibliography at this time. The first article is titled Viewing Generativity and Social Capital as Underlying Factors of Parent Involvement. In this article, the 2 authors conduct an exploratory analysis of whether parent involvement could be viewed and statistically modeled as a relationship among the factors of social capital and generativity. Parent involvement is an expression of generativity, which is Erickson's 7th stage in development. For this study, the authors used a survey to obtain parents' reports of their involvement and their reports of school outreach provided. The results of this study indicate that a 3-factor model is the best fit to sample data. The parents responded to generativity with a 3.12 on a scale of 1 to 4, with 3 being few times and 4 being many times in regard to how engaged they were in talking with their child about school. My interviewee did engage in parent involvement, which is an expression of generativity, and was very engaged in his children's education. The second article is titled Professional Growth and Renewal for Mid-Career Faculty. In this article, the 2 authors create a professional growth and renewal program. The program is grounded and guided in the theoretical constructs of generativity versus stagnation, which is the 7th stage of Erickson's development. Participants in this study completed pre-retreat homework, moved through different topics including reflection, and completed post-retreat meetings with the facilitators. The results of this study were broken down into 3 categories, which were why participants sought to take part in the program, the impact it had, and the follow-up meeting to assess lasting outcomes. All of the reasons in each of the categories were categorized into either self-directed actions aimed at personal growth and development, or community-directed actions aimed at improving communication and teamwork. My interviewee participated in different trainings developed to have individuals reflect on where they are in their career and to make goals to better themselves, their team, and their organization, which in turn led to his generativity in this stage. There were some difficult challenges and accomplishments in my interviewee's life related to Stage 7. For marriage, he noted that it was very difficult and that he had to work together daily with his wife. There were a lot of bumps in the road, but they worked together and have been happily married for 49 years. He also raised his 2 children during this stage, which he also noted as very difficult. But his children are grown up now and successful and happy, and he views his parenting as an accomplishment. For his career, he noted that there are always difficult parts throughout your career, but he worked hard in human resources and made his way to becoming the vice president of human resources at his company. My interviewee had a diagnosis of cancer during this stage, which took a toll on his health and well-being. Thankfully, he had a positive mindset, determination, and a great support system to help him get through it, and has been in remission since. There are a few accomplishments in this stage as well, such as his retirement. He was able to retire after working in HR for 45 years. Grandchildren, he became a grandfather to 4 grandchildren. And philanthropy. He started engaging with community through various organizations, one being CASA, where he has been advocating for abused and neglected children for 3 years now. According to Erickson, the psychosocial crisis in Stage 7 is when adults are unable to look past their own lives to the well-being of those around them, then they become self-absorbed, stagnated, and unable to be productive for the sake of others. Biopsychosocial factors that facilitated the resolution of my interviewee's crisis are, for biological, I would say would be his cancer diagnosis. During the stage, he was diagnosed with cancer, but he did maintain a positive attitude, desire to fight, and had a support system that helped him through this crisis, and he has been in remission since. For psychological, it'd be his self-esteem, personality characteristics, and cognitive and emotional development. He had character-building moments in his life that led to increased self-esteem. His personality played an important role because he was determined to make a better life for himself that he had growing up. He was responsible, caring, confident, intelligent, and hardworking. For social, it would be his work stability, engagement with social activities, and relationships with family, friends, and coworkers. He had great work stability, engagement with his community, and a support system of family, friends, and coworkers. Having this type of positive influence in his life helped him find resolution through crisis. Issues of diversity and difference that shaped my interviewee's life experiences are social class. My interviewee grew up in a traditional two-parent family household, but they were very poor. He did not have the same upbringing and opportunities afforded to him as other children, and for that he was picked on. He was labeled and stigmatized in school. As he grew older, he was determined to make a better life for himself than he had growing up, and this shaped his life experiences to follow. For education, my interviewee's parents did not believe that their kind go to college. Only the other people went, and my interviewee had a job waiting for him upon high school graduation with his father. My interviewee wanted to go to college, but his parents did not support him. Nonetheless, he was determined to go. He got a full ride to Penn State, and not only graduated as a first-generation college student, but also first in his class. This shaped his life experiences as it paved the way for his career. For race, my interviewee was drafted and sent to South Carolina for basic training. There were 250 men in basic training with him, and 25 were white. He shared that he finally saw and felt what it was like to be a minority. He carried this life experience with him throughout his own life. Ethnicity. While in basic training, my interviewee and 3 Hispanic friends were walking home from the movies when they passed a group of Hispanic men. The group of Hispanic men yelled out a slur in Spanish, which translates in English to 4 rabbits, essentially making fun of the 3 Hispanics who were walking with and friends with my interviewee, who is white. Oppression. After the ethnic slur was said, a fight broke out amongst everyone. My interviewee did not speak Spanish, and he did not know what was said to make a fight break out. Him and his 3 friends fought, and when the fight was over, he asked his friends what the fight was about. When his friends told him, he realized that they stood up for him and fought instead of turning on him. This was an important experience that shaped him and his life experiences to follow.